Hello there, it's Paul here and welcome along everyone. So this video I'm just going to do a simple small scoop. As you can see, quite a simple process to do, ideal for any small piece of scrap wood. It doesn't have to be very big, and they actually make quite a nice interesting item. This wasn't the first one I did. The actual first one I did was this one, and it was more really because it's the first time I've ever done anything like this. Watched a few videos online just to see the different options and stuff like that. and it's highlighted a few things. I mean, it's just like, I suppose, like bowl turning, stuff like that, and you have to be so careful about your wall thicknesses. I can see on this one I've got very thin on this top piece here. It doesn't matter if you go too thick, because what you can do as well, you can sand down the edges on the here, and it doesn't look so too thin. But that one is a very delicate one, and it will probably break fairly easily. Just finished off with lemon oil, same as I've done with the other ones as well. But I mean, I don't know whether that shows on the camera there, but the light shining through this, it's really going through this section here. The good thing about these is then when you do then sand this top off, you can see really how good your wall thicknesses are, and it's always better to be on the thicker side than the thinner side. Now, you don't have to use a sander on there. I've seen some people on videos use a bandsaw to cut these off. The only problem with bandsaw is you really ideally need to make sure you've got good hold of this. And after that, I then had to go at a third one, just for another piece of wood that I had there. The difference what I've done with this one, very similar sort of design to this one, but it's probably not very noticeable on the camera. If I hold the pair of them up in front of the camera like that, you might see the bottom one, this one, the last one I did, I tried to then curve this more inwards, so that when I hollowed out, I went down wider as I went further down, so that I could get more of a sort of a curved front end, where this one I did on the video is very flat, a very slight curve, but this one is a little bit more curved. And because it's so small, you can't really make it too extreme. If I made these sort of probably double the size, you could really make that, exaggerate that, and make it look more of a scoop on the front there. All of these have been finished off. All I've done was with lemon oil. Now, one thing I did notice about making these, it's just like making a mini goblet, and then you sand that edge off. If you look at all those shapes on that side before we sort of sand off the opening, they are all looking like some form of a goblet. So hopefully it's given you something to think about, maybe have a go at, especially if you've got a little bit of scrap of wood about. Thanks a lot for watching.